I can go get $1 billion. Now I can teach somebody else to go get $1 billion. You know, you can go get $1 billion, and you can teach somebody else how to go get $1 billion.
Your brand is worth $1 billion.
Your brand is worth $1 billion. $1 million is not cool no more, man. We going after the B.
Bring your energy. This brand is truly for us.
Black Bread University.
Man, we back like we never left.
Yeah, because we ain't never left.
We ain't never left, man. We ain't going nowhere, man.
Let's
Black
go.
Bread
Where we at,
man.
though? Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Black Bread University's Black Bread Show. This is part 2, episode 2.
Yes, man. Extremely excited to be back. It's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be a great show for sure.
Yeah, so glad y'all are here. Glad y'all are listening. Glad y'all are watching. Glad y'all are tuned in. So, man, last time we had a great time, man. It was first episode.
Yep.
It was pretty lit. We hope y'all enjoyed it. We thank y'all for y'all feedback and for coming along on this journey. So we gonna keep the party going, right?
Let's keep it rocking, man.
Yeah, so, hey, let's catch up, man. How you been, man? How the family been?
Man, I'm good, man. You know, the family is doing really well. Kids doing well. How about yourself? How's everybody doing?
Life is good. We blessed. We here. Glad to be here. Once again, I'm Jamel Lewis.
I am Mark Edmond.
Yeah, welcome to Black Bread Show. So, yeah, let's get to it, man. What's going on in the world? What's going on in life? What's going on in the streets? What's happening?
Man, a lot of craziness going on in the world right now. It seems all over the place, man. We got Chinese balloons getting shot down.
Right.
You know, you got all type of chaos happening. But, you know, one thing is for sure, business has to keep going. Business have to continue, man.
Yeah. Tell me, the whole balloon thing. I heard about it. You mentioned it to me.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what's going on.
I
need to catch up
mean,
with the
you know
world.
what? From my understanding, it was a balloon. The Chinese government is claiming that it was just a research balloon that was not from their military, but just like an independent type balloon, you know, and
An independent balloon.
yeah, independent, like some type of weather balloon that's, you know, doing whatever it's doing. And one thing
Here.
for sure, it was here.
Okay.
And it got shot down by our government, by our president. You know, next to the like Carolina. You know,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, somewhere over there. And so then they looked at us like, hey, you guys attacked.
So we tripping.
That was an attack. You know, now we're going to do the same thing. So anything come over China without us knowing, we're going to attack it. It's like, okay, if you say so. But, you know, I mean, we just pray and bless over that situation, man. And, you know, hopefully no conflict comes by that. But I feel like we do have every right to defend our shores, defend our air, defend our land, defend our people. So if you do have air balloons that's hovering over our land that's not supposed to be here, then now the world knows what happened to it. So
We ain't going. But make peace, not war.
There we go.
Make peace, not war.
There we go. So, man, getting back into some business things, I know people want to hear about, you know, some keys and tricks that they can take on with them to kind of help grow their business. So, since I am sitting here next to, you know what I'm saying, Jamel Michael Lewis, the world's famous brand maker, marketer, right? Advertiser, man. What's some ideas that someone can do right now? They just getting started. They have no idea what they really want to do. They want to create a brand. What you would say would be the first couple of steps from idea to actually making it happen?
Right. Oh, man, that's a great question. You know what? I just made a post a few days ago.
Yeah.
Encouraging people to get started. So I love that, even that question, that thought.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, the best way to get started, the number one, is to get started. It starts with ideas and whatever the vision is that you wish to give. Whatever it is, you know, whatever your passion is, you need to be creating an offer to serve whatever find a community that you wish to serve. So take a look at yourself. Even just who you are is a brand in itself.
Right.
Your personality, your character, what you stand for, what you believe in, what you're passionate about. and what you feel you bring to the world that is not being provided.
I love that.
Or offered in the way that you can provide it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You can be you can be a chef. There are many chefs obviously in the world.
Exactly.
You can have 5 chefs make the same recipe, but I would imagine that it will come out different.
Yeah,
with each individual.
Because I'm guessing like one chef would just be like a chef of a restaurant, which would kind of be like almost a nameless chef,
right? Versus
another chef could be branded, like
exactly.
a Ramsay or somebody.
Exactly. So,
yeah,
like you say, Chef Ramsay. So to that same example, you bring something unique to the world. Right. So I think the first thing you need to do is begin to cultivate the vision of what it is you want to bring into the world. That doesn't exist because you aren't doing it. If you aren't doing it, then it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
So the one thing is, like I said, just having that confidence in yourself that even you yourself, your brand in and of itself. So writing that vision out of what problem it is you look to solve in the world.
I think that's a big key right there.
A lot of
write
times,
that one down. Write that one down.
Man, a lot of times we think of starting a business because we need money or because whatever we want we want a new car or whatever the case is, and those aren't bad incentives to get up and do something,
right?
But at the same time, when we're talking business and creating a brand, you got to flip that script, you got to flip that coin and face the people, you know what I mean, and give and serve something and serve a community. So I would say that start with writing the vision, and then even just in terms of action, the first thing for me is to remain conscious to do what you can. Obviously, there are legal things you need to do. You need to get your LLCs in order. From that standpoint, definitely. I know you can attest to this. Get you a business lawyer if you can, or any type of business 100%. Counsel that you can get, just so that you won't be starting.
Just kind of get your team together. Your accountant. Who's gonna check the books. Get a CPA. Have a financial advisor available.
The best way you can.
Yeah, the best way you can.
The best way you can, because you need it. You need it regardless of what you have or don't have. You need it.
And talk to people, especially those who are, independent and have their own business. For example, you might find an accountant or a CPA who, is independent. They may be able to strike a deal with you. Maybe you just pay a couple $100s a month for these services, or maybe they just, come in, every 3 or 4 months, maybe once a quarter, kind of just to kind of get your books together, and they're not like there every day, and that might be a way to save some money as well.
But you got to be creative and you got to ask, because if you don't have it, it's probably because you haven't asked.
You haven't asked.
A lot of people would be, again, if you've written a vision that can be seen so clearly by the team that you look to build, that you need their services, they may see your vision alone and believe in it that much.
No, that's facts.
And offer
that's
their
facts.
service at a discount or pro bono for the time being.
That's facts.
Or maybe they're looking to learn and grow their business, and they need you to be a referral for them, or whatever case, or leave them a review. Different things,
Yeah.
So
and let it be a reminder that everyone understands when it comes to a new business that you probably don't have a lot of money.
Right.
It's okay.
That might be why you start. That's what I'm saying.
That's why you start.
Be one of the reasons
that's why you start the conversation. Hey, I just started this business. We're brand new. We haven't launched quite yet. I don't have a huge, budget or, money towards this. However, I do want to start, and I do want you to be my CPA or my accountant or my financial advisor or whatever the role is, my business attorney. What are some things and some ways that we can work together, and what's your prices, and, do you have any type of programs for, startups or new entrepreneurs? A lot of times, even if they don't have one, a program that exists right now, it might just be a matter of them creating one because someone asked.
And there are. I can remember, for example, here in Chicago, as a musician, I did. I used a service. It was called like Lawyers for the Creative Arts or something like that.
Exactly.
Where there are pro bono,
like Legal Shield, right?
Exactly.
You do like a Legal Shield or something of
I've
that
done
nature
that before.
as well.
What do we have? Just like an account where like a subscription.
Exactly.
Where monthly you pay a couple
$100
and
exactly, and they have everything there for you. You
ask your questions, they answer your questions,
Exactly.
they write drop documents for you. So just even that, just saying, be creative, get creative. We are in a day and time where content is king, content is currency.
God, yes.
So I would say begin to structure and just get that feel of what your brand looks like, what it feels like. What is your message? What does your messaging look like? What is the language of it? What is the feel? Is it lighthearted? Is
Correct.
it, or is it serious? What, depending on, whatever the lane or that you're in. But I would say definitely begin that structure with content and actually serving people and feeding people with, whether it's education, information, entertainment, whatever, laughter is good, all of those things. So what are the things in your personality that you can bring out and pour into your brand in a natural way? Yeah. I always say it's already there. It's inside of you, but there may be things that may be standing in your way, or you standing in your own way sometimes, that are blocking you from letting out who you truly are. And I'm speaking even for myself. Like,
for sure.
These are opportunities to even just come out and open up and share things that I feel people haven't heard or seen from me, or, working and, building brands behind the scenes. But again, I'm looking at the time that we're in. It's really time to step out and build our brands. And even, it's so many people that don't even even see themselves as a brand, but you truly are. And there's so much more you can do. The restaurant we go to up the street, we go there all the time. And the waiter, the bartender / waiter there, he's always the coolest guy. He's very friendly.
Very cool.
And there are other people that have taken care of us at their restaurant. Everybody there is pleasant. But it's just something special for me about this one particular guy that takes our order and serves us, the way he converses with us, the way he interacts with us, the way he's attentive.
Because it's like his own brand inside.
He's
of
his
that
own
restaurant.
brand.
Yeah.
But remember, we had conversations with him about that, and it's just like, man, you're more than just a bartender. You're more than just a waiter in this restaurant. He told us the first time we were there that when he first got there, people that were at the other restaurant he was working at, they follow him here. So I'm like, man, you are a brand. You should be teaching a class, bro. You should be offering that service beyond this. When you're at home, or when you're here, you should be getting a check at home. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You could have a subscription-based site online or something where you could be offering,
and that's perfect.
Teaching a course to teach people how to do what it is you do, and to develop those skills for themselves too. So I'm big on that. I'm so passionate.
That was going to take me
people. Yeah,
exactly. That was going to take me right into my next thought, which was build a habit out on documenting your journey. Document your journey, so that you can remember where you was, so that you can come back one day and teach it.
Right.
Like he said, currency is like the future. Currency is content, right? Content is currency. So if we look at that and we understand what content actually is, you want to go ahead on and document as much as you can, right?
True.
And put it out, let people know what's your journey, because you could write a book, your failures, don't try to hide your failures, put them out, write them down, because now that's a way that you now know which way not to go. And I think that's a huge key, right?
But we got to talk about that too, because the truth of the matter is, I feel from what I've seen, and a lot of people, is we're afraid to do that.
Nah, 100%.
We're afraid to document it. We're afraid to get in front of the camera. We're afraid to make that post or be inspirational or be, or be funny. Think about
it's being vulnerable. Being vulnerable exactly. is always difficult, especially in such an opinionated world that we're in now. Anyone who has an iPhone or any type of device nowadays can actually comment their thoughts on what they think about you and your brand.
So many trolls
you have
out
trolls
there.
out here. You just got people who just unhappy. People normally just write the first thing that pop into their head. They don't know you. They don't know about your brand. They don't know about your struggle. They just come in, make a comment, and they never going to see you or your brand again.
True.
So in this type of world, but we have to realize you got to develop a tough skin. You have to put yourself out there. In order for your tribe to find you, the people who's going to rock with you, you got to get through the mess of the other people who don't rock with you, and it's fine. Sometimes reading comments, it could be hurtful. It could be painful. Somebody telling you your hard work is a waste of time, right? Mm-hmm. That might not sit well with you, but just having that understanding and that ultimate confidence in yourself that it does not matter what no one says. What's for me is for me. My gift is my gift. I'd rather rock with 3 people who really rock with me than rock with 3,000 that don't mess with me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So rock out, find your people, find your tribe. You know what I'm saying? is going to be phenomenal. And then at the same time, no matter what your business is, realize that everything isn't for everybody.
Absolutely.
You know, everything is not for everybody. You know, we have a bread company, but guess what? Everybody don't like bread.
Do y'all got gluten-free bread?
Right. It's okay.
Got,
It's
so
fine.
many,
You know, we understand that everybody don't like bread. We understand that there's certain people who's just die hard for the brands that they grew up on.
True.
You know, it's fine. That's not a problem. Continue and enjoy your life and keep going.
Or
on.
even the diet. There are people that come with, you know, legitimate dietary reasons why they cannot enjoy our bread. And it like you say, it makes you feel away. Like, man, I feel bad. However,
we acknowledge it.
I have to stay true to my brand. This is the journey that we're on. This is why we started it. This is our avatar. This is the person that we're trying to reach. I have to stay locked in on that person. I can't jump and switch up because somebody else has a need or a desire.
Exactly.
But you said a big word, bro, in the midst of what you were saying. Develop. You say you have to develop that tough skin.
Yeah.
Like, so you might see somebody doing something, even right now when we go on the ground, you go on Instagram, go on whatever, you know, platforms that you may be locked into, and you know, you might have influencers that you follow. We all got them.
Yeah, of course.
Right? We got influencers we follow, and you can see what they're doing. You can see where they are. It can be the dopest thing, and you can see where you fit in that. Where you, man, I want that kind of car. I want that kind of vibe. Man, that house they were recording in, that's dope. I want something like that. All that stuff's dope, right?
Yeah.
But you see that, you don't know what it
struggle.
took. Yeah, you don't know the struggle. You don't know how long it took. You don't know where they started. You don't know what they had to do to get
there's
it.
no such thing as success overnight. Now, it only takes one night to become successful. But that's after years and years and years of the grind. You know, people often think, oh, they just blew up overnight. We've been working and working and working for years. You know, blood, sweat, tears that you don't know about.
Until now.
We'll tell you about them. You know,
until now.
But the whole point is just keep working. Keep grinding and don't look up. You know, you're gonna look up one day and you're gonna be a lot further than you expected to even be, because you just been focused on the work. You know, you cannot focus on people's words. You know, people will come and tell you in your face, "I don't like your product." You just say back, "Okay, great. You know, everything ain't for everybody. Have a great day. Bye." You don't have to sit there and argue with somebody. You don't have to try to prove your point. I'm the best. My product is superior, and this and that. People like what they like.
I did that one time, man. I went through that.
Yeah.
As a musician, I was at you probably was even there. We was hanging out at the cigar spot we used to go to.
Oh, on Lake.
And and I'm in there. We in there after hours at this point.
Yeah.
And I put on some music I had been working on. And you know, everybody vibing. Hey man, this is good. Who is this? Who is this? Who is this?
Right,
cool. And then what turned out to be either one of the owners or a manager or something came in and was like, "Man, what's this playing? Man, turn that off. Turn that off." So I'm young, bro.
I remember that.
Yeah, I'm young. I'm like, "Yo, bro, like chill out, dog."
Yeah, exactly.
That's me. That's mine. Like,
you know where you at, bro?
Yeah, I was so prideful in my music and the work that I put in that I was on fire.
Yeah,
and then.
But then the way he's looking at it is my establishment. I haven't heard this song before. I just want something that people know and they're gonna rock with now.
But it was even something else with one of the managers that was doing something they weren't supposed to do. It was like it was too loud.
It was too loud.
It was more
than the
wasn't
music.
even the music for him. And I learned a lesson in respect. You know, like it's not my spot. But I'm saying it to say, like, just thinking about, I shouldn't have been that fired up about the response to what I created.
Correct.
You know what I mean? I didn't create it. Well, in that moment, I learned that I was creating it for me.
Exactly.
That's not the right. Way to approach it at all. You take pride in your work, but when you put it out into the world, you gotta let it go.
You gotta let it go.
Let it go.
Ooh, that's a word right there. Let it go.
It's not for you.
Yeah.
It's not for me to get pumped up and say, "Man, that's my music." Bro, people could enjoy the music the whole night and not know it's mine. The music that I make is supposed to touch somebody for whatever reason. If it's to have a good time, if it's to lift you up, whatever the case is. But I learned in that moment, of my immaturity.
Yeah.
Bro, it's not about you.
It's not. I mean, I think that's the whole thing, because even if you translate like that into business, right? With products, it's the same way. You got to put it out into the world. The people who's going to, take to it, they're going to take to it. The people who's not, they're not. If you look at a grocery store, you haven't bought everything inside of a grocery store.
Right.
There's certain brands, there's certain things that you like, and certain things that you don't like. Somebody don't like Beats, right? So they never, exactly. So you probably would never go to the store and buy Beats.
Right.
Right. However, Beats makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
They don't need your dollars. They don't need you particularly to buy Beats. But sooner or later, you're going to have some Beats somewhere.
God made Beats. Somebody going to eat some Beats.
Somebody's going to eat it. So if somebody created, somebody's going to like it. Remember when you was a shorty, your grandma or somebody would give you like the little caramel candy, like for church or something like that.
Yes.
And they was really good, but then some of them was too sweet, like the little square ones with the clear wrapping.
Oh,
yeah,
not the ones with the white little stuff in it.
Yeah, it had the white stuff in it.
They was dry. Nah,
yeah,
I'm straight on them.
Yeah, exactly. But your grandma had them, so she liked them, right? Apparently, somebody had them, but that's not something I would ever go buy.
Time out. It's one grandma candy I do like to this day. The Werthers.
Those the best.
Fire.
Those the only ones that stand the test of times.
Fire. Fire.
Anything else, I'm cool on. But to that point, how many people go out and buy those though?
It's a certain group.
It's a certain group of individuals that's going to buy that. So you got to just put your product out there and just let it sit long enough. The secret is do what you have to do in your business to let your business survive long enough to sit on the shelf. Mm-hmm. Let it sit there, and the people who's supposed to find it will find it. The individuals who's supposed to support it will support it. Now, this will determine later the value of your company. Mm-hmm. Some companies is $1 billion a year. Some companies is $100 million a year. Some is 50, some is 10, some is 20,
Right.
So wherever you fit in, that's just what that company is. That's just where it fit in. You can always scale it up. You can scale it down. But you have to put it out there and let it be. Everybody is not going to rock with you. And I think that's that tough skin that you have to develop. You have to realize no matter how much you love it, no matter how hard you work for it, no matter how, long it took you, no matter how many sacrifices that you had to go through for your company,
Right.
everybody's not going to appreciate that. Everybody's not going to like it. And at the end of the day, it's okay.
And let me go here, because that's the business minded, the sales perspective. Like you said, that's spot on. Let me add too, from a branding and marketing perspective, it's your job and your responsibility to find your audience or that demographic that is looking for your product.
And so that's why we're a perfect match, man. Because I'm gonna let it sit, and you can go out here and find people.
It need to go. It need to be where it's supposed to be.
Exactly. I'm like, hey, somebody gonna find it, but nah, that's jewels.
What do we do, bro? With the bread, we went. It was activation. It was our first days on the shelf. We walked in the location, one of the locations, and what's it called? The planograms? What is it?
Yeah, little planograms.
Yeah, planograms said our product was supposed to be in the front of the store,
and they had it all in the back.
It was supposed to be in the bread aisle.
Like they actually had in the back next to like
pork
the swinging
chops
doors
and stuff.
Yeah, like the swinging doors to go into the back.
Right. So
that's crazy.
When we went in the store, it wasn't where it was supposed to be. You're supposed to walk in the store, boom, and see our product.
It
wasn't there. Obviously, we went and found it and put it where it's supposed to be.
That's fact.
But what I'm saying is, if we have a bread product, we was on fire because we got a bread product, and not only is it not in the front where it's supposed to be, but it's not even in the bread aisle.
Exactly.
So how am I going to sell bread if it's not in the
it's not where it's supposed to be?
If it's not where it's supposed to be.
Because people's not going to look for bread next to the pork chops. That's not going to work. People's not going to look for bubble gum next to the bread. It's just that's not how it works.
That's why they put the candy in the front of the store in the aisle. So when your kids come in, they gonna grab it up off the shelf, even if they're in the cart. I feel like they.
Can you imagine if you go into a grocery store and everything is just everywhere? You know how messed up that would be. You know what I'm saying? How long it would take you if stuff is just like it's just no organization nowhere. You have your baking department. You have your middle store, you have your dairy department, you have all these different departments for a reason, right? So you're going to go into the bread aisle for bread,
Right.
Or if you want specialty types of bread, you're going to go into the baking department, right? Because more than likely, that's where you're going to find, you know what I'm saying, your French rolls and, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature, your artisan breads and things of that nature, right? So things have to be where they are. And to his point, you have to go out here as a brand and find out who likes your product and focus on them. Focus on them so much that whatever they say is the direction that you go versus trying to focus on the masses or focus on everyone else that's telling you where you should go, but they don't even like your product anyway.
Yep.
So it don't matter. You know, I people tell me all the time, hey, you should do this type of product or that type of product. And guess what? I can do it, and you're still not going to buy it. Because in their mind, they're just giving you their opinion on what you should do to get to that next level, and they don't know how to get to that next level themselves because they haven't been there.
Right.
You know, so that's I think that's a big key.
Not to jump ahead, but reviews and testimonials are big for your brand too. So get them
sure.
when you're in the right place where your product or your service is supposed to be. Those people that actually do take a liking to your product or whatever it is you're offering, at the end of the day, that's going to be one of the greatest ways to grow in itself is those that have experienced it. So that going back to episode 1, bruh, sometimes you got to give it away, whatever it is.
Give it away.
If you give massages, give somebody a massage and ask them to tell how the massage was. Like,
exactly.
Give it away. And then that next person that needs a massage, because they've been working long hours, go to where people are working long hours to find somebody to give a massage to, or whatever the case is.
And in this day and age, you ain't got to give it away behind closed doors, man. Like, once again, use that as an effort to make content.
Giveaways is
do giveaways. You know what I'm saying? Where, hey, you follow me, you comment, you like 2 pictures, you're gonna have this product for free.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Meet me at such and such, such and such. You got to be in this area because, you know, I ain't trying to mail it to you. I want to hand it to you. Right. Even having that face to face, that one on one with your clientele, you know, they're gonna love you for it.
Right.
So, or if you want to go out into the streets, give it away. People's gonna look at that and be like, wow, that's dope. That's amazing, man. I wish I was there. I was just over there.
Yeah.
You know? So use it as a tool to knock 2 birds out with 1 stone. You giving your product away and you document that you're giving your product away. And that person can give a review on your product.
Right.
And now it's a full circle.
Think about this. How much resistance are you going to get from somebody if you're giving something away?
Yeah, not much, man. Not much. Once again, I said it in the last episode, but if it's a product that you cannot give away, then that's an issue. You know, that's a problem. You know, and take it. Not everybody's going to take what you're giving, right? Because it's a lot of people out here that feels, and it's normally kind of true, nothing is free. For example, I'm giving you my product, but in return, what I'm expecting is a review. I'm expecting for you to talk about it.
Right.
I'm expecting for you to go on your social media and take a picture and show people, even if it's just a story. Mm-hmm. You know, that's my expectation. Now, we don't have a contract, so you don't have to do it. You're not obligated to it.
Right.
You know, so if you just want to take it home and never talk about it again, that's fine. But that's all. That's what the expectation is.
Right.
You know, and sometimes you just be clear. Hey, I give this to you for free. Do a drop for me right now. You know, sometimes you don't wait on them to do it. You ask for it while you there. Hold this product up. Let me take a picture of this product. Yes. What do you think about it? Can you taste it right now?
That's a major key.
Can you wear it right now?
How many times have we been somewhere and asked, like you say, somebody to do a drop and later, and that's not going to happen.
Then you look up.
Do the drop right there.
Do the drop right then and there.
Yeah.
You know, do it here.
And that's where the energy is.
That's where the energy is at.
High anyway.
And you have it already. You can capture it right there on your phone. You know? And now it's done. Now they can go about their business. They don't feel like they're obligated to have to do anything. Mm-hmm. They don't have to worry about remembering to do your drop because it's already done. And then now you take that drop and you advertise with it. You market it with it. You put it on IG. You create an ad with it. You know, get their permission first. But, you know, you create an ad. You know what I'm saying? And go crazy with that because now you have somebody who actually tasted your product or wearing your product or looking at your product in person. Right, because how many times you've seen something online, then you go order it, and then it show up, and it's not what you order. You're like, man, bro.
Hey, that took me left. That made me think about the Cosby Show with the Gordon Gartrell.
That's hilarious.
They make the shirt, but
anyway. Exactly, and it didn't come out. It didn't come out right.
But
you know, so that happens a lot of times. So it's so critical that you have that content of someone saying, hey, I have this content.
holding the product up.
I'm
whatever
holding
was
the
like,
product.
yeah.
I like it. I'm going to rock it. I'm going to use it. You know, that's powerful in itself.
The most powerful form of content.
Yeah. So run with that. You know, do that 1,000% sure, man. I mean, anyone who you give it to, and at the same time, if they don't want to do it, you ain't got to give it to them unless you already gave it to them. You know, but hey, I'll give this to you for free if I can take a picture with you and you tell me what you think about it. Be open and honest. Cool. They say, okay, yeah, no problem. Now they know they're going to get your product. They're going to say it, you know, say whatever they want to say about it. And then they get the product for free and you get the content for free. I mean, and everything works itself out, you know, and that's it. That's a major key.
Yeah. So from that point, man, get started. No excuses. Wherever you are, whatever you have, whatever you don't have, do something. Do something every day. Like you say, work on some content, build stuff out, educate people, whatever. Make them laugh. Do whatever your thing is, but get started.
You know.
Okay, now that I've gotten started,
Yeah.
man, Mark, what do I do? Like, I've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
I got a couple sales. You know, I know I have a brand. I've given some things away. That's cool. It's been working out. Man, how do I stay, like, how do I keep going? How do I stay consistent? Even if, you know, it's been up and down, bro. I've been doing it
for sure.
It's been up and down.
So first thing I would say, if it's going up and down, first figure out somewhere that you can sell your product at outside of your website. Once again, I truly believe in having your product in multiple places. If we think of Coca-Cola, right? Coca-Cola is everywhere, right? I always think Coca-Cola in my mind, personally. You know, where would Coca-Cola be at? That's where I want to be, right? So if you think of that, like, it's everywhere. It's in restaurants, it's in, you know, hotels, it's in retail, grocery stores, you know, it's in vending machines. So that means it's at the mall. You know, no matter where you go, you're going to find that product.
Facts.
So if you have a similar product or if you have a clothing line, maybe you need to go to a local clothing shop and see, hey, can I put my clothes in here? And once again, don't ask if they can buy it from you because you're just starting off. You just want it to sit and take up space. So first thing I would say, let's say you got a clothing brand. Take your clothing brand to one of the local clothing shops that people go to.
Yep.
And say, you know, ask to meet with the owner. You know, I have this product. You know, what do you think about it? Give him some clothes, some samples, and say, I would love to be able to sit this in here. You know, you can pay me if they sell this amount. You can make this amount. You explain to them what the business is that you have in mind, or you ask them what they're looking for, you know, what percentage that they're looking for. And then after that, you know, they're more likely to give you a space.
A low, that's low risk.
That's low risk
For them. But I would say, man, go somewhere credible though.
Yeah, you
Right?
got it. No, that's the whole point. Yeah. You know, don't go somewhere where nobody goes and don't nobody know. Everybody in whatever city or state or town you in, there's always the hottest sneaker shop, or, you know, it's a clothing shop that everybody goes to. You know, it's in a great neighborhood.
Credible,
right?
yeah.
It's credible. Yeah. So now that your product is there, guess what you do now? Now you can go back to content. Now you can walk into the store. Wow. You can take pictures of your product in the store. People is looking at that as growth. Like, man,
the giveaways we talked about.
You talking about the giveaway. You could do a giveaway there.
Now you got a place to go.
And a lot of times you talk to the owner about that. He would love it because, or she.
Traffic.
You bring in traffic to their stores. You're advertising their stores for free. You know, you putting their business out there. You pushing them, and everyone knows the chances of you coming to my store and only buying that one shirt is slim.
Right.
You know, you can come in, you can buy that shirt, but then you won't see some socks over here that you like. Oh, now you can see some shorts or some gym shoes.
The store is marketing and advertising
themselves
anyway.
So once people come in, it's up to them to make the sales on other products, right?
Right.
So that's where I would start. Now, if you have a food product, same thing. Go into a credible grocery store. Mm-hmm. You know, sit down and speak with the buyer or speak with the store manager. See who we can put you in contact with, and just ask, can I place my product in your store? Once again, you can pay me by scans. I mean, every time somebody's scanning my product, and they buy it, then you can send me a check. is low risk to the store. So if it doesn't
track your inventory.
Please track your inventory.
But that's facts.
Keep count. And that way, every time somebody scan your product, for them, they can see if it's selling or if it's not. If it's selling, they're going to come to you and say, hey, we would like to order in bulk. We want to pay for it. We want to give you a big check, and you can go from there. So that's
when you once you get that traffic.
Once you get that traffic.
Once you got in, that's a big key, bro. Sometimes you got to just get in. When you get in with a proven product, or get in, prove your product, and then you can come back.
But here's the thing, though. You can't just get the product into the store and leave and dip, and then that's it. You got to market that store. That got to be your next home.
But it can't be that the goal was to get it in the store.
Yeah,
My
exactly.
goal was
goal can't just
sometimes
be,
the goal don't be right, bro.
Yeah, sometimes I'm on shelves. That's not good enough, man. Stay in that store. Direct everybody in that store. Every customer comes in there, you should be selling your product. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, ask if you can set up samples. I know after 2020, they got real funny with the samples. Yeah. But now things is back all the way open now.
Back outside.
We back outside. So samples is now back. So once again, give out samples of your product. You know what I'm saying? Talk with the owners. Once again, it's your business, it's your brand. Talk to the store manager and say, listen, I would like to give, back to giving, everybody who checks out in the next 30 minutes a free whatever your product is. Is that okay? If they want it.
Right.
More than likely, what store do not want to offer their customers something free for once? Especially in a time where eggs is $9.
Man.
I just bought some eggs this morning, bro. It was like $7.49. Man, it's crazy. So anyway.
Moment of silence for eggs being $9.
Rest in peace to the hens, man. I hope y'all come back stronger than nothing, bro.
Let's not try to go that far, bro.
Yeah.
But for sure, bro. For real, to everybody
like,
out here buying these products, man, the inflations that's going on. That's why we got to get to work. We got to go crazy.
We got to go crazy out here.
Instead of us complaining about the prices going up. It's unfortunate for everybody.
No, it's facts.
Man, the hope and like just the assurance comes from knowing the truth is, bro, we can go do more.
No, you have to.
We can get out here and get more.
I mean, that's the point of truly. That's a true entrepreneur is the hustler. I hate using the word hustler because I feel like it's been abused so much. It's negative stuff, and at the same time, people just abuse the word hustlers. Everybody's a hustler, just like a CEO. Everybody wants to be a CEO.
They're using the term on people that's not hustlers.
Exactly.
Certain things ain't no hustle.
But the true definition of a hustler, just a hustle, is doing whatever you need to do to get that product done legally to get it sold.
Yep.
So if it's in a store, when I go on your Instagram post or when I go on your business post, all I should see is your product in that store. You should be, hey, I'm going live at that store. Hey, meet me. You want to meet with me? You want to talk with me? Come meet me at this store. Hey, everybody who's buy a product from this store, I'll give you a discount on my website.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, for that same product next time you want to purchase it. You have to hustle in that store.
It works.
Another fun fact that you can do is, let's say you go into the store, you put 30 pieces in there or whatever. Hey, like I said, if you got food, clothes, it's all the same. You put 30 pieces in there. Hire your family and your friends to come out and go empty them shelves out. If a store manager sees that you had 30 pieces on his shelf,
yep,
and then within a couple of hours, all 30 pieces was sold, and then you could come back in I'll just come in, just check and see how the sales doing. And he said, oh, yeah, let's go look. And it's gone and sold.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, this is crazy. Can we get some more product here?
That's how the music game used to be.
Yeah.
Like CDs.
With CDs.
Drop,
that's a hustle.
That's crazy.
So once again, it's you making that motion, making that movement. You creating movement for that. And then once again, people are copycats, and if somebody has something, somebody else want it. So doing your friends and your family going in there, buying your product that's in the store, people that's looking in their shopping carts and see that they have it, now they want to buy it.
Imitation.
Now they talking about it. Oh, man, I saw that. Have you had it before? What is that? Is it good? Oh, I love it. Oh, man, I seen that shirt. That shirt's fresh, man. Like people's going to want to buy it because they see you with it.
Fear of missing out, man.
Fear of
FOMO.
missing out.
And to your point, you Don't miss the point of going live. I'm here at the store.
Go live.
How many times have we gone live and been at a location and people?
Thousands.
I remember one time. It was like a drive-through giveaway that we had put together, and it was a grocery giveaway. Of course, our products were included. Who was it? Instacart.
Instacart was out
Was
there.
it Aldi?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Aldi's. Yeah, we
Right.
did that on like 130
Hosted.
or somewhere like that.
Yeah,
like
but
Hosted.
I remember
it
one
was in, like,
one particular. Obviously, we was live streaming saying, "Pull
Yeah.
up, man, y'all pull
Yeah,
up."
yeah.
And it was one lady that came and was like, "My daughter is watching y'all
On
on
Facebook
Facebook
right now."
and she told me
Yeah.
to come and get y'all.
I think
come and get some bread."
She like owned like a sandwich shop.
I wish I knew the name, but
Yeah, shout out to her.
Yeah.
I wish I could shout her.
She's like,
her
my
sandwich
daughter
shop.
said I got to come down here and get some
Yeah,
bread.
exactly.
Even that, think about the community that you can build. The young lady makes
Exactly.
sandwiches, has a business making sandwiches. So she sent her mom to get some black bread so that she
Exactly.
could make
So she can
sandwiches.
go make
Even
sandwiches.
that, collaborating with
Yeah.
other brands and other
that's huge,
businesses
man.
is key. Like,
Because we got to stop looking at each other as competition. Yes, we compete, and that's fine. But imagine how further we can go if we actually work together.
yeah,
Because the reality is, we look at all these different brands in stores, and we think that all these different brands are independent brands that's all competing against each other. When the reality is, it's only a few companies that own all these brands.
like 4 or 5 of them.
Exactly.
They own
So
everything.
if all these brands is owned by just a handful of companies, who are they competing against? There's really no, they all working together. That's why wherever you see one Coke product, you'll see another Coke product.
Right.
Wherever you see one Pepsi product, you'll see another Pepsi product. Have you ever went to like a certain restaurant and they only serve Pepsi products?
Right.
Or you went to another restaurant and they only serve Coke products?
Well, I see Coke products, not even see Coke products. I see products that I don't even know are owned by Coca-Cola. Like,
Exactly. And that's
see it all the time.
And
Think
you
about
see it all the time, man. So but we got to be the same way. We're not that big yet, right? So we have to rely on each other, what information that you get, I can use. What information I have, you can use. And we can grow this thing together, you know? And I think that's a major key, that we missing out because we feel like it's a competition. Like, who company can get bigger? It doesn't matter. If you've got a path to get to $1 billion, let me know. I'm gonna tell you my path to get to $1 billion. I'll let you know.
You probably can't get there by yourself. How about
can't
that?
get
More
there by
than
yourself.
likely, 99.99999% of the time, you can't get there by yourself anyway. You need somebody to come along with you.
And then who wants to be the only billionaire? Like
What's better than one billionaire?
two?
Especially
if he got the same hue as
you.
Come on,
man.
That's the whole point. Like we have to be, we're more powerful together than we are separated. I know a lot of people now who got products in stores. I always send people to their products. They don't know it, but if somebody say, "Hey, I got certain syrup I want," I'm gonna say, "Hey, go to Michelle Syrup."
Right.
This is the only syrup.
Shout out Michelle Syrup. Yeah.
Shout out to Michelle Syrups. This is the only syrup I'm talking about. No other syrup exists except for Michelle Syrup.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. And
I go to my mama crib and see this.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
They're like, let's go, mom. Let's
yeah,
go.
like why? Because they're my people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I want to see Michelle win. I want to see Michelle reach $1 billion. Why?
Yep.
Because she can go get $1 billion, and then she can teach somebody else how to go get $1 billion. I can go get $1 billion. Now I can teach somebody else to go get $1 billion. You can go get $1 billion, and you can teach somebody else how to go get $1 billion.
Your brand is worth $1 billion.
Your brand is worth $1 billion. $1 million is not cool no more, man. We going after the B. You know what I'm saying? And that's just where we have to go. But we only going to get there with collaborative efforts and with talking to one another, sharing content with one another, and letting your consumers and your family and your people know about us.
Yes.
And we're going to reciprocate. We're going to do the same thing and let them know about you. So now we have a constant pool of individuals who's supporting us.
Yep.
And I think that's a major key.
Treat other brands how you want to be treated.
Man, that's it.
How about that? Like, it's like, bro, even when we was talking about trolls, it's like,
Yeah.
it's cool that's always going to exist, to block it out, whatever the case is. But at the same time, it's like, man, from consumers to entrepreneurs, all of us,
Yeah.
man, treat brands like you want to be treated, bro.
That's
Like,
it.
you would want somebody to share your brand. You would want somebody to share your accomplishments or what you're trying to do. Treat others like you want to be treated, and that counts for business, entrepreneurship, all of that. Like, I mean, like you say, share each other's content, share, you know, like let's build a community.
Hey, man, and at the same time, like, hey, if you go to a store and you know somebody who product there, man, I always go and look at everybody else's product who I know, right? Because if something is wrong with their product, I want them to know. You know, if their product ain't correct, ain't right, I want them to know. Why? Because we don't have huge staff yet, you know what I'm saying, where we got thousands of people that's going into these stores every day, all day, and making sure our product looks the way it's supposed to look every day.
And don't cuff the connects.
Exactly.
The resources that you have, the opportunities that you have. You could be in a business meeting, man. Shout out somebody else's business. Man, I was just talking to so-and-so with this brand, and they're doing X, Y, and Z. Like, man, share these connects. I did, sat on a panel one time, and it was a bunch of other, you know, black-owned brands.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was just like we were sitting talking. We still, you know, small businesses, you know, companies, 10, 15 employees, that kind of vibe, 25 or less kind of, you know, vibe. And it was just like everybody had the same question. Yo, what are y'all doing for insurance?
Exactly.
For y'all employees. Man, and everybody said, man, I wish we could save some money. I wish we can come together.
Hey, why? Because listen, how those insurance work is, you know, they're cheaper the more employees you have.
That's what I'm saying. If we got 10 employees,
if we got 10 and somebody else got 15 and somebody else got 5 and somebody else got 2 and somebody else got 30 and you know, imagine now we got this big pool of insurance that we can use, because now we can say, yo, we got 500 employees.
Right.
This policy covers 500 employees. So it's 500 people paying into this policy. So now it's affordable for the small mom and pop shops and the startups and the different things of that nature, right? Why? Because that's us coming together. But if it's just us holding down our expensive insurance and you holding down your expensive insurance and so on and so forth, nobody's winning in that.
And you've been operating your business for 3 years. I've been operating mine for 2 years. This person's been operating theirs for 5 years. And it's the first time we even been in a room together to have a conversation and know that we all going through the same things.
We all going through the same things.
But don't worry, we're going to change that.
Man, we got to change that, man, because I don't want nothing but success, man, you know, because at the end of the day, I don't have every product in the stores. I don't, you know, particularly want every product in the stores. But what I do want is the people who I know that's working, that's out here doing the real business, I want them to be successful.
The man put it in his name, Mark V Success. Y'all follow Mark V Success. Everywhere.
Yo, man. Hey, follow this guy too, man. In the name. Jamel Mike Lewis.
Yeah, Jamel Lewis Music. That's what we.
Yeah, that's what we doing. You know, but you know, it's critical that we all come together, man. You know, no matter where you from, if you in, you know, Atlanta, you in Cali, you in New York, Florida, it doesn't matter where you are. You know, we all need to come together collectively, you know, and put this information out here and throw ideas off, because who else are we going to go to? If we are all we got, who else do we go to?
Yep.
Who else can I call on? Who else should I call on? You know, and we do too much, man. We have too much. We're too smart. We're too intelligent. We know too much not to share it, not to give it, and not to receive it.
Right.
You know, we learn every day. You know, I always say this, man, but as I learn, I teach.
Yep.
You know, and if we all could take that mindset on, you know what I'm saying, this would be a better place, and we all can make a lot more money, you know, because, hey, I can tell you, hey, turn this corner, it's a bag of money on the ground over here.
Right.
You know, go pick that bag up.
Let me know.
You know, exactly. Hey, man, you could tell me, hey, thank you for that bag, man. Go up 2 blocks, make a left. Hey, man, it's a big bag over there I got. And I'll do the same thing, man. Appreciate it. And then now you can put your people in that bag I taught you about. I can put my people in the bag that you taught me about, and we can keep going and keep growing together, man.
Hey, as you blaze a trail, leave a trail.
Yeah, I love that.
Leave a trail.
That's cold. You know, and I think that's what it's about, man. So we done discuss, you know, how to build your brand, you know what I'm saying, how to maintain your brand, you know, what's a couple first steps that you should do with your product, you know, how to get your product out here, you know. And third, I would say, Jamel, if I'm on a budget, so let's say, yo, I created my brand, I'm doing everything I can do, you know, I got into some stores, I followed your advice, I got into some stores, I've been going online, and I feel like I'm hitting a ceiling right now, because I'm maxing out how many, options I can sell right here. And at the same time, I still need to be in other places to continue to grow the business. But I'm on this budget for marketing and advertising, but I know that's everything I need to focus on right now. What's some keys or some steps or like some ranges I should at least prepare myself for to have a true online marketing campaign that can get me to the point of starting to generate some money? Like what's just a true number? Because I think a lot of times, you got people in here that should say, oh, a couple dollars. But if the reality is, hey, if I need 3K, I need 3K. If I need 5, I need 5. If I need 10, I need 10. But what's that one number you say, if you get this, you can start really making some money online?
And you mean like a marketing
campaign,
budget, advertising budget?
Exactly. Yeah,
all right.
For sure.
Well, I would say this. One is ultimately your ad spend is going to be what it's going to be. Yeah. Right. That's the one thing that I would say is constant. I'm gonna get to the other part. That's the one thing I would say is constant. And what I mean by that is you're gonna start with the small budget. You're not going. Yeah. You need. It's all about the data.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Example, if I send something to 100 people, I'm not talking online, but physically, if I send something to 100 people and 10 people like it,
correct.
Okay, those are numbers. Well, same thing. If I send something to 10 people and one person likes it,
exactly,
I'm starting to get a feel of what it is, right?
The number. Yeah.
So in terms of advertising and running ads, let's just say either with social media or SEO, any type of ad. If you're running an ad, you're going to test it out anyway.
Yeah,
you're not going to spend $10,000 on your first ad. I definitely wouldn't, right?
Exactly.
You're going to spend $5 a day. Example. You might spend $10 a day, $50 a day, whatever the case is. To get a feel for that. In terms of the actual service, let me go back. You're going to spend that so that you can get the data and track your data. Exactly. You're trying to find. You're finding that audience. You're finding that that person that you
and so then it's kind of like once I find that audience that's receptive to my brand, right, then that's the audience I want to advertise to, right? Or
same thing. If I got 5 pieces of content that I'm putting out, this one I thought this one was gonna go crazy, but it didn't go crazy.
Exactly.
This one I thought was just I didn't
regular.
It was low budget. It was just a picture. It was just this, but that content resonated with this audience, and I got a lot of hits off of that one. Exactly. So I'm gonna pull back the other 4. I'm gonna rock out with this one. I spent $5 to see which one I was gonna use.
Exactly.
But now, okay, boom, boom, boom. Now I'm rolling like that. Now the difference is
this is a lot of game, y'all.
The difference, I hope so. The difference is, I'm joking. The difference is the service provider you choose.
Okay.
Now again, you might be in a position where, and I'm gonna go back even in my life. I'm gonna go back years ago where I couldn't afford the $2,500 a month,
right,
or $2,000 a month, or $5,000 a month. When I'm talking to agencies like, I need to run ads. I understand it's important. I want to learn about it. I want to use it because I want to scale my business. But I didn't have that, right?
Exactly.
So, you can go to Google, for example, and learn how to
do it yourself.
They offer a class.
You
can learn how to run Google ads yourself, or whatever case is, Facebook ads. You might have to learn it yourself. You might have to spend a couple $100 or whatever it is, or even just Google whatever the case is and learn that, learn how to run ads yourself and learn, you know what I mean? Otherwise, you're going to pay for the service from whatever company offers it. And it's different service providers, it's different levels, it's different, different places you can go. But I'm not in control of that cost.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But again, I would also say you're gonna tailor that based on what your business and what your service
kind of need
is as well. So
okay, well, just being brand new to this, because so for the viewers right now, we did have a conversation with some marketing people years ago, who was like, hey, we can do all this for $10,000 a month, And then we had some that was like, hey, we can do this all for $2,500 a month or $3,000 a month. Which one you think people should actually go for? Is the $10,000 a month actually worth it? Or should you really just more so know you should be around at $2,500 to $3,000 a month type situation versus like that 10.
I like that. I'm gonna start with number one. This is how I feel. Your price is your price.
Your price is your price, people.
So yeah,
know your price.
So if you want $10,000 for what you offer, for what you provide,
We don't have a problem with that.
I'm gonna take your word.
we don't have a problem with it.
I'm gonna take your word on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
At the time, overall with marketing and business, period, marketing within your business, your number one job is to save the company money.
Save money.
Every step you take, you need to
Save some
you
money.
need to account in your mind that I need to work towards saving the company money. So
That's big
example, if you might find a company that can run your ads,
Yeah.
but you know what? I need to brush up and learn how to create the content myself.
Exactly.
Example.
And
of,
I think
of
it's good
saving your
to-
company money.
I think it's good to do that anyway because you got to learn the language.
Absolutely. Come on,
Like
man.
Jamel knows the language, so whoever he talked to, he knows it. I've been listening, so now I can keep up. In those conversations,
Yeah.
And knowing the language, knowing what is what and what certain, acronyms mean and different things of that nature. You have to know. Because
It keeps you from getting taken advantage of.
Exactly.
Too.
It keeps you from being taken advantage of because we have to realize we do live in a time where people take advantage of people who don't know. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is key. We all know that. That's one reason why you guys tapping in with the Black Bread Show. However, you got to do some sort of studying yourself, and that's with anything. You can't just take one source only and go head in and you don't even know the first thing about anything because now you don't know what your price is. You don't even know where you should be at.
Right.
And when somebody say, oh, yeah, I can do, the this and that, what I'm saying, for this price, and they want to start a la carting, certain things that they can do for you, and you're not even sure what you should pay for and what you shouldn't pay for, what you need, what you don't need, So to that point, man, I think that's solid.
It's still so many points to that because even if I'm going back to that physical situation of like you say 2,500 versus the 10, nothing was wrong with the 10.
Yeah, nothing was wrong with the 10.
The company that wanted the 10,
they were solid.
They were
solid.
That was the dream company. That was the company that we was on that.
Nah, we was on it. We was finna down.
But that was more of the scaled, built out version of our company at the time. At the time, it was like, yo, we're working toward the 2,500 physically. We was just in that place where we got to go with the 2,500 one.
Exactly.
So even that, sometimes you take those meetings and you have those conversations with people, and to me, that is also a part of the vision of your brand that you're building.
Nah, that's facts.
I got to get to that $10,000 company because that $10,000 company is going to help me make $100,000 that month. So
exactly.
if I give you $10,000,
I give you $100,000.
Coming back with $100,000. I give you $100,000.
I pay the price.
A couple million back.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So we just weren't.
We just wasn't ready.
We weren't there in that moment. But I'm glad we had the conversation. We got to that point. I'm glad for that. And
sure.
Again, you might not be able to afford the 2,500 person, but it ain't no excuse. You got to do something. You got to learn something. You got to start it. Like, don't not start because you don't have it all figured out, or you know what I mean.
And you know what? A great place to start, for some knowledge for sure, so you can start keeping up, is at theblackbreaduniversity.com.
Absolutely.
We have a book there, Brand Well with Jamel. You need to pick it up. You need to cop that. I mean, it's an amazing read. After you read that, you can pretty much go out here and have any conversations with anyone you want, and really get to that next level where you need to get to. So I think that should be the first place that you start with is, go to theblackbreaduniversity.com, click on products, and then go down to Brand Well with Jamel, grab that book. Or
become
you should
your own brand.
Yeah, become your own brand. And you need to go ahead and just get the bundle. If you grab the bundle, it's going to be well worth it because everything that we're talking about, you can find it in there, and it's going to break it down in much more details and really get you to where you need to get to so that you can, go to that next level.
Build your brand over here, and then you got to scale that brand. You got to scale your
Scale it
passions
up.
into profit.
Absolutely.
With this guy, Mark Edmond.
Yeah.
And then, of course, ultimately, let's mastermind our business. Let's learn the ins and outs, the ups and downs, learning and knowing that you're on the right track. Every day that you step into that business and you put that suit on, you put that cap on, that you are just running as fast as you can and doing all that you can, bro. We're going to build and we're going to learn and we're going to grow together. We scaling these businesses and we working together, building community. blackbreaduniversity.com.
Hey, man, I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode, man, episode 2. So, man, once again, thank you guys for rocking out with us, man. We got some special thanks to our team, that's helping us put this together. So thank you guys, man. We love y'all, and to the breadwinners, man, we love y'all. Thanks for rocking with us. Definitely appreciate you guys. Any final remarks, my guy?
Man, I had a great time.
Nah,
it's always great building with you, bro.
Likewise, bro. I think this was a real enlightening episode, man.
It's always so much more, man. I'm still up, man. I'm still on fire. I'm still on fire.
I'm already knowing, man. But
we'll be back.
The blackbreaduniversity.com. Go in there for all your educational needs, man. Course is coming soon. It's going to be crazy.
Leave some comments below. Let us know about the next episode, what you want to talk about.
Yeah,
it's about you all. It's about us. It's about community.
Yeah,
growing and building together. Let's scale these businesses. Let's go all the way to the top.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, subscribe.
Appreciate you guys. We are on all platforms.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Signing off.
All right, peace.